क्रिकेटमा उनीहरु प्लेइङ गर्ने गर्दैन ओभरमा काठमाडौँ गोल्डन्सले 8 रन पावर प्लेको ओभरको समाप्ति 6 ओभरमा काठमाडौँ गोल्डन्सले 8 रन मात्र बनाउँछ त्यसैगरी यो चौकाको योगदान त थियो सन्नी पटेलले गौरव तोमरलाई सेभ गर्ने क्रममा ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्ल 14 बलमा 1 रन बनाएर ब्याटिङ गरिरहेका छन् ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्ल 14 बलमा 1 रन बनाएर ब्याटिङ गरिरहेका छन्
अब अर्जुन खड्कायनबाट सन्नी पटेललाई कटअफ गरेर युवा दिपेन्द्र रावत र यो प्रतियोगिता निकै प्रभावित
राम्रो इकोनोमी पनि मेन्टेन गरेका छन् दिपेन्द्र रावत अन्तर्गतको अन्तिम लिग खेलको काठमाडौँ गोल्डन्स बीचको यो खेलमा 7औं ओभर आफ्नो व्यक्तिगत पहिलो ओभरको लागि दिपेन्द्र सिंहले उनलाई जिम्मेवारी दिएका छन्
र पावर प्लेको ओभरपछि भाग्य बदलिने आशा गर्नेछ पक्कै पनि र अंकित दवास प्रतियोगितामा फर्ममा रहेका खेलाडी फेरि अर्को पटक जिम्मेवारी उनको काँधमा आइपरेको छ 1-1 रन दुवै ब्याट्सम्यानले बनाएका छन् ज्ञानेन्द्र मल्ल खास स्टार्ट गर्न सकेका छैनन् 1 रन मात्र 14 बलमा अब कसरी इनिङ अगाडि बढाउनेछ त्यो हेर्न बाँकी
अंकित दवास द जुलाई 23rd ले लेख्नु भएको छ प्रोबेबली द लोएस्ट पावर प्ले स्कोर इन डोमेस्टिक फ्रेन्चाइज लीग भनेर लेख्नु भएको छ प्रोबेबली हैन यो हो नै सबैभन्दा कम पावर प्लेको दौरानमा
लीग भनेर लेख्नु भएको छ प्रोबेबली हैन यो हो नै सबैभन्दा कम
र अब यहाँबाट कमेन्ट्रीमा हामीलाई साथ दिनको लागि अंग्रेजी कमेन्ट्रीको रूपमा हल्का दीक्षित र जन्टी रोज जोडिनुहुनेछ
अब यहाँबाट कमेन्ट्रीमा हामीलाई साथ दिनको लागि अंग्रेजी कमेन्ट्रीको रूपमा हल्का दीक्षित र जन्टी रोज जोडिनुहुनेछ
Welcome again, DPL 3. Ruslan DPL 3. Nice to wave here. Ruslan DPL 3. Nice to wave here. Jonty Rhodes with me here. It's a pleasure of mine. Hello, Jonty. Jonty Rhodes.
Namaste.
With me. Namaste. Welcome to India. Hello, Jonty. So please, Jonty, you are the big player. So please tell. You see youth players. So please.
Yeah, very important with the Ruslan DPL season 3 is that I had met some of these players in Kathmandu in November, December in a camp, and I was approached about being involved further. And the key here is that we've got some very talented young players not getting much opportunity, what we've seen here, it's a single to end the over. 7 overs has been some really good play. CYC attriya, our strength is trying to dry up the singles, and what we've spoken about, there's a slow turning wicket and we want to put the opposition batsman under pressure. So good to see these young players sticking to their game plan.
Two teams here. Suvaisi Atariya, Dipen Singh, Preet Gautam, Kamal Singh, Jiten Singh, Sandeep Zora, Prem Tamang, Adil Khan, Dipen Rawat, Shubhendu Pandey, Bhuvan Karki, Gyanen Kunwar, Kagin Joshi, Ram Naresh Giri, Sunny Patel, Jai Kishan Kolswala. It's 11. Kathmandu Goldens, Gyanen Malla, Vikram Kumar, Anil Kumar Shah, Sudhir Chaudhary, Vikram Thagwana, Nandan Yadav, Rashid Khan, Abhinav Yadav, Sonu Tamang, Surya Tamang, Yogen Sir, Karki, Gaurav Tomar, Ankit Dabas, Lalit Narayan, Mahbub Alam.
Yeah, these two teams have done really well throughout the competition.
Gyanen Malla on a strike. Wow, just shot, but wow, what's a catch here? But it's dropped, and it's time to take the catch. But hard luck, audience. Very happy audience here. Replay. See. Long shot. Very nice catch. Time, but it's hard luck. Drop and Gyanen Malla. Very well batting here. Over 7.2. Bowler good. And so make a single. Is trying to catch, but
So the last ball of the delivery, this is Mir Adansa joining in.
Good stop there. But single will be taken from the batsman. So we have here a special guest, Jonty, and observing everything here from DPL to
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the finally in the morning session, the road was had in the Mangabu, the Baiku, when I'm looking over the notified in one message, the final debate, the two winners of the work science in the morning, something with Dr. Cash Price in the Sakanta, the Polish Tax, the Baiku in the Sakanta. So, get ready for that as well. I don't have a lucky door, we got no, they go a Zima, and a lucky door battle in the Managing.
So here is the batting card so far. Anil Kumar Shah dismissed for 5 runs, caught by Jai Kishan Kholsa Wala, bowled by Bhuvan Karki. He has been bowling so well throughout the tournament. Followed by Gaurav Tomar. It was a huge scarf. W by Sunny Patel. So again coming back to Jonty, how it has been so far experience with CIC mentoring the team.
Well, we've had a pretty young side, and as you've seen, we've actually utilized that as part of our strategy. A good mix of youth and experience, and we've bowled pretty well straight on this wicket, but we've also made sure we've backed it up with really good fielding. So I think that's been trying to make sure that these young players, as a mentor, you're not going to make too big a difference in 2 weeks from a coaching point of view, and it's more about the attitude and applying the skills that they have. And that's really what Ryan Marin and myself have been focusing on as the 2 coaches of CYC.
Attack down the leg side, and 2 runs will be taken. A bit of fumble there by the fielder Reet Gautam, young cricketer. I think you have coached him as well during your tour to Kathmandu when you coached these guys for 2 weeks. How your whole experience during that training and how the boys are doing well right now?
Yes, the amazing thing, young Dipendra bowling now. He had a superb game yesterday, you know, and no one had heard of him before that camp, and even when he came to the camp, and that's been really pleasing for us, is to see the progression. And I think the reason why Ryan good fielding, and has to be tight. I think we're going upstairs. Good fielding again by CYC attriya. Not the fleetest of fielders, but we're not bad.
A side mentored by Jonty Rhodes, that is the least they can do actually. So it's a appeal, and the third umpire has been called. Gandhar Malla on strike there, batting on 7 runs from 20 deliveries. So talking more about this side and also being a goodwill ambassador for DPL. How much difference does fielding makes in T20 games?
T20 games, fielding really is important. There's a good dive and a good reach, good technique there with the young cricket players watching, making sure you don't slide with the back of your bat, which then sometimes lifts the bat off the ground. So a good technique, good fielding, but the batsman does scramble home, and they'll be quite happy that they're not going to lose another wicket. It's been really restrictive, and I think from a fielding point of view, we've certainly shown that CYC attriya, when we arrived here, we didn't have many big names in our team. Sure, our overseas players have performed well in the past, but the young side around them, and we knew that we had to have fielding like tigers, and that's been a key element because we've got good spin bowlers, but if the opposition is picking up 1s and 2s and then hitting boundaries, spin bowlers don't bowl with much confidence. But when they're drying up the runs like our field, spin bowlers have much more confidence.
Every run matters. We have seen throughout the tournament that runs has been to score here, boundaries has been hard to come by. Dipendra Rawat has been very consistent throughout the tournament. Once again, he has always bowled in that channel, off stump, outside off stump. How do you rate this guy, Jonty Rawat? How do you see guys like him?
Well, the amazing, if you think back to the first match when we played, he could hardly get the ball down to the other end. He was so nervous. This is his biggest showpiece he's ever bowled in. And he's been superb, even from it's really well played, utilizing what little pace there is in the field. They'll be pushing hard to come back for 3. We've got them saves well on the boundary. There's indecision, but safely home for 3. But Dipendra, to go back to him, he's been really strong in the fielding too. So really great to see his growth.
We sit here. This is a lifetime opportunity for every one of you talking to us. You can talk to us using hashtag F1HD Live on Twitter. And Jonty here will be answering all your queries. 24 for 2, Kathmandu Goldens last delivery of the 9th over. Dipinder Rawat. And Ankit plays it, kites it for 1 run, but will be a dot ball. So that will end of 9 overs. Kathmandu Golden 24 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Bowling card so far from attriya, a very consistent effort. We are continuing here with Jonty. We have seen CYC so many spin bowlers in this track. Has it been the match plan altogether before the tournament, or it has been something that you decided to do after how the pitch responded?
Well, we're about to see a young seamer come into operations. I better not talk too much about our spin attack. But we, having played in the first match, we just decided that, you know, whether you're batting or bowling on these conditions, you need to adapt to them. And so our focus has been about selecting spin bowling. And not just that, but also batting against spin bowling, because we knew all the teams had some good spin bowlers too. Straight away is on target. Again, good pressure. Picked up by Prem. Apparently, I believe Prem means love. So Prem, please not to show the opposition any love today. He's a good hard-hitting batsman.
And Samyog Little says it's joy to watch the table toppers being dominated by a bunch of youngsters. F1SD Live. You can use hashtag to tweet more. Played on the rise, and that was a possible catch, half chance. Put on by the bowler in his follow through.
It's a good effort. It's always difficult in your follow through for a pace bowler. You're right off balance. He has a ball, you have to expect it. If anything, it's a good hand. Just can't hang on. A young man with lots of passion, as you can see from his reaction. We as coaches talk about the 3%ers. You know, you're not expecting to catch everything, but those 3%ers make a big difference. Again, good areas. Once more, put the disappointment behind him. Bowler right area. Difficult to score down the ground here, as we see by this replay. He was a little bit slow on it, but as I said, it's difficult to follow through to get yourself up in good position.
As much as I remember, Giri hasn't bowled much in this tournament so far. This is the first time we are seeing him bowl his first over in the tournament, and he has been mighty. Almost took a wicket in the second delivery of the match. Of that of big man Gandhar Malla. We all know how dangerous he can be.
Yeah, he's bowled a few in the tournament so far, not too many. Just 2 overs, I think, prior to this. But we've seen him work hard at practice in the warm-ups. He bowls a really decent Yorker, slow ball at the back of his hand. And these skills are so important these days for pace bowlers. They need skills, not just pace.
More tweets coming in. This time Lagat Karki saying Jonty has been biggest asset for Nepal cricket as global brand ambassador. Thank you, Jonty. There we can see love from Twitter for you, Jonty. And why not? You have been doing so much for this league in recent times. How was that tour that you have to see homestay?
It was really good, and in fact, I'm going to try and convince some of the players to come stay with me in the homestay next year in the DPL 4.
With a single, 10 overs has been completed. Kathmandu Golden 26 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. There we can see scorecard of Kathmandu Golden so far. Gandhar Malla at crease on 11 runs from 20 deliveries, partnered by Ankit Davas, the Jharkhand player, batting on 8 runs from 6. Davas has been key to Kathmandu's success throughout or in the tournament for Kathmandu Goldens. 3 man of the matches in 4 matches. That's quite a performance there from Ankit.
Yeah, been really impressive. So we at CYC attriya, we know they've got some good players in their side, but each and every one of us has a job in the CYC attriya team to perform their role to 100%. I think that's a key. We're not relying on 1 or 2 players. Difficult just to keep pressure on 1 or 2 people to score the runs and take the win.
The route continuing from his end, from Arjun Khadka end, to us using hashtag F1HD Live. There we can see the catch of the tournament so far. Beam, Sarki, Jonty. I think I will leave it to explain you, Jonty.
Yeah, this is incredible because he's running at full speed and he is fast. He's diving full extension, but the land, often players will take a catch, but when they hit the ground, their elbows then hit the ground hard and the ball pops out of their hands. He not only had to deal with hitting the ground, he hit it in a big area of sand, which throws your body totally out of alignment because there's no slide whatsoever. So the fact that he got there was really impressive. The second thing for me was the fact that he held on to it in really difficult conditions. So a superb catch. If there's a better catch in the tournament, I can't wait to see it.
Easy single there for Ankit. Malla back on strike, talking about the catch there, Jonty. Talking about the catch there.
It was really, I think the key when you're running forward also is difficult to dive. It is one of the most difficult catches on the cricket field, so really impressive. I had seen Bhim Sarki in the tournament, and he bats and he bowls. When we were in Kathmandu under 19, we had a camp in December as well with some of the under 19 players, and Bhim wasn't even there. And at that camp, I just made a statement saying I think that the Nepal under 19 team can be the best fielding team in Asia. And that was without even seeing Bhim. These young guys, Jora, Merit, Jitendru, all these guys, that their commitment and their passion, incredible. So, if you add someone like a Bhim Sarki to that mix, you've got a really strong, formidable unit that the bowlers can really apply some amazing pressure. So, looking forward to seeing how these young players take Nepal cricket forward in the future.
I was one of those lucky guys who got this opportunity to interview Jonty, and he said to me that Nepal can be one of the best teams at the age level. It's last ball of the over, swept for a run by Gandhra Malla. So it's the end of 11 overs, Golden's 28 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
You can go more. Okay.
Sorry. Ram Naresh Giri continuing from this end, of third end. So you can talk to us using Ask Questions with Jonty, hashtag F1HD Live. Ankit Davas hasn't been able to get going in this inning so far, but we all know he can catch up pretty much towards the end of his innings. Been this the foreign players that CYC has, 2 Indian batsmen, Sunny Patel and Kolsawala's importance in the team.
They really have been important, both of them. And I was just talking to them yesterday. They were asking me for some advice before I left. And I just said, guys, it's so important that as your overseas professionals, we're not expecting you to win the game. I mean, sure, some teams are relying heavily on them. And their performance is very, very important. There's a big shot towards the leg side. They'll field it on the boundary. Just the single. It's been really good pressure, and I think what our overseas players have done, was obviously Ryan Marin and myself from a coaching and mentoring point of view, we're trying to grow these young players. But we can't do that on the field. When they're on the field, the senior players have to encourage, because I've seen some of the overseas players being irritated with the younger guys, you know, just thinking about this is their performance. They must the wickets. They've had a massive contribution with bat and ball. Good fielding again, as I said, and just reward. First wicket. Ram is going to be a happy young man.
First wicket for Ramna's tournament. The man hasn't bowled so far much in this tournament, but today he got his opportunity and he's proving that he can bowl. There we can see shaped inside, clips off stump and bowled Ankit Davas. That's a huge wicket. That's a big wicket. 10 runs from 20 deliveries. Ankit Davas bowled by Ramnaresh Giri. CYC gets the wicket of the match. Mehboob Alam, the veteran, the legendary figure in Nepali cricket, has arrived at the crease. You can see the tweets are coming in. Tharu Karan has said, "20, how's your experience in Nepal? Thank you all for your love and support."
Thank you. I have had an incredible time, and it's been since the last 3 months, since in November, 4 months. I've spent more time in Nepal than I've had in South Africa. So this is becoming another one of my homes. And I've visited national parks. I've been to Pokhara. I've been skydiving with the guys there. Managed to go with my family, my wife. We went in the Annapurna area. There's a really good slow ball, this last one. I spoke about the slow ball. Good to see the young pace bowlers not just relying, because he knows he's not going to have too many wickets where it's going to be seamer friendly. So you've got to learn these skills at an early age. So yeah, it's good to see these young players coming on. But we've had an amazing time. As I said, I've spent more time now in Nepal than I have in South Africa in the last few months. It's everything from national parks to mountains have been superb. And the interesting thing is that in South Africa we have natural resources like minerals, gold and diamonds that have been a mainstay of our GDP and our exports. And I hate to tell you, Nepal's greatest asset and biggest resource is its people. An amazing, amazing country for sure, but with the most amazing people and hospitable people that I've encountered. So I know I'm going to get in trouble around the world wherever I go, because I do have homes all over the place, but Nepal for me is going to be home.
Four runs there for Kathmandu Goldens. Some valuable runs there. Came in as an extra, but all they need at this moment. Mehboob Alam. Poor bounce there, doing for Kolsawala. But couldn't keep it away that time. Okay, we can see more coming from Twitter. Found some says, Namaskar, Jonty Road, sir. Any suggestions for Nepali batsmen for gaining confidence at DPL? We will talk about this after this over. Kathmandu Goldens 36 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. CYC attriya once again proving that good bowling effort can keep you on top of the T20 game as well. It hasn't been scoring. It hasn't been easy to score runs in. And Suesi has done justice to themselves so far. As we see Dipender Singh Airi coming into attack and fast ball. Smash down the ground for 1 run from Gandarmal. Mewala on strike. And we have Jonty for one last over. So the tweets once again, I'm going to read it for Jonty. Namaskar Jonty sir. Any suggestion for Nepali batsmen for gaining confidence in batting?
Yeah, the most important thing is that you really have to bat with a plan. And the plan depends on the conditions and the opposition. So I think what we do with some of our young players, you've hardly seen them hit a big shot. Rit had a really good partnership with Dipendra in our second match. And I think out of a 50 or 60 run partnership, he only got 12 runs. But his job was to get off strike and give the strike back to his captain. So you have to, one, have a plan, but two, knowing the opposition, knowing the conditions, you have to be able to adjust to that plan. So from a batting point of view, if you're thinking you can just walk out and hit boundaries, no matter even against spin, even against pace, it is very difficult to do. But if you can get off strike, if you can score those singles, it makes your job as a batsman, you feel like you're doing the right thing. So that is the key, what we've tried to do, and it certainly has worked for us. We've had, fortunately, big hitters, Sanya Patel down the end. But even when he got in the 13th or 14th over, his plan was to take the ones, take the twos, and then hit the ball hard later. Great catch! Great catch! This man, he's an incredible cricketer. The pen is superb. He bats so well. He's amazing in the field. And look at now, he's got a wicket as well. So really good from the captain, leading from the front.
Clear TV, clear catch there. An amazing catch by Dipender Singh Airi on his own bowling. Mewala has been dismissed without troubling the scorers. There we can see in the replay, Jonty, is it a kind of thing you are teaching them?
Yeah, that's a back foot. We've been trying to tell the guy. I mean, that's a great. No, I'm more worried about the batting. That's a 3%. If you take that, that's awesome. But if you don't, we're not going to really write it down against you. But that's the batting I'm talking about. You can't hit that down the ground.
Yogendra Singh Karki coming into bat after the fall of Mewala. And we would like to thank Jonty Rhodes for joining us, sharing all his experiences. There will be a change in commentary of this over. Bibu Shrestha will continue with Virat Raya.
ओभर सकिएको छ 4 विकेट 37 रन काठमाडौँ गोल्डन्स र यसपछिको नेपाली कमेन्ट्री यो ओभरपछि जारी रहनेछ। अहिले 13 ओभर सकिएको छ 37 रन 4 विकेट काठमाडौँ गोल्डन्स।